And that's it. We're live. Happy Sunday, everyone. You know what that means. Another Fanboys Live in the Retro Review. But this is a special episode, the 100th episode. Can't believe we've made it to 100 episodes. I haven't been here for every 100th episode or every episode, but I've been pretty close.
You've been here for a chunk, and Ryan's been here for a quarter of it, probably.
Yeah, I've been here for
you guys
a long
have been
time.
here quite a bit.
And I was a guest for 2 episodes before that. For when we did Blackest Night and Brightest Day, which those are great stories, by the way. So check those out. Sub up everybody on the panel if you haven't done so already. I know we're a little early, so I'm going to shout out the chat a little bit. We got Mars Comics. We got Jedi Force. We got Comics for Thomas. Don't forget, we are doing the big giveaway tonight. So if you do get into the chat and you haven't let us know of your presence, definitely do so. We got Super Russ. Thanks for stopping by. Let me get Russ on the wheel here for the wheel of prizes, so to speak. And he's officially on it. So like I said, when you get in the chat, call out, say hello. We'll get you on the wheel. So, how's everybody doing? By the way, my mom is not eligible for prizes. So we're saying, making sure that's okay. But it's been a long week.
You could put her on the wheel as a spin again.
No, no, not doing that. Anybody hit up their LCS at all? No. I did, and let me tell you what, I love going to my LCS. I just love the store. I love the staff. I love everybody. But, man, this week was depressing. Bake the Snake. What's up, buddy?
Bake.
Let me get you on the wheel of prizes here, Bake.
Yeah, I was actually I was out on the hunt for a large part of the day. It was nice. I picked up some Justice League too, including a Silver Age. Oh yeah.
What?
Yeah.
I
collect a lot.
Silver Age.
I collect a lot. I got you on the wheel, buddy. So you keep in mind there are more than one prize tonight. There's 4. So like I said, if you're in the chat, let us know. We'll get you on the wheel. But yeah, Justice League is always good. The new issues as of late have been terrible, but like this week was extra depressing. I don't know why. Just a whole lot of
I've been going to other publishers and I've been enjoying it.
I can't because I understand the word loyalty. I can't do it. I can't.
But you see, you can still be loyal and buy DC Comics, just not, any made in the last 20 years.
Yeah, there you go.
See, I want to say New 52 doesn't seem so bad anymore, huh? Everyone thought it was hot garbage, but it's just like,
I like New 52.
I like New 52. Now it don't seem so bad.
I stand by my stance of New 52. The stories themselves weren't bad, but what they did to the characters in the universe, they still haven't recovered from. They've been trying to fix it.
I did not care for Action Comics in New 52. That one I didn't like so much.
What about Rebirth? Did you guys like Rebirth?
I like Rebirth.
I loved it.
Yeah. All of it has its goods and bads.
Squatch.
So.
Thank you. Squatchy says congrats on 100. Yeah,
thank you, sir.
100th episode.
Speaking of news, our show actually got something done. Did you see that? We were just talking about they don't reprint any of the Marvel DC crossovers.
I saw
it. And now they are. Our voice has been heard. 7,000 copies
You're
of
welcome,
JLA Avengers.
Yep. 7,000 copies, JLA Avengers. This will benefit the Heroes Initiative. George Perez made a statement regarding this, and it, as usual, it was just a very classy statement. And he said his extreme joy that this happened while he was still alive.
Nice.
And I thought, wow. LCSs, it's going to be available at your LCS next month. And I think my LCS told me right now it's looking like the second week of March, but that could always change. But LCSs don't know how many they're going to be allotted. And they probably won't know till about a week before.
So it's
So I should
it's
go add it to my
7,000
pull list now.
copies.
7,000
Go
copies,
to
and it's retailing for
LCSs.
$29.99.
So
Okay.
that'd probably be like what, 7 in LCS? Like guessing by LCS numbers,
Could be,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, that's about
5
sounds
to
about right.
7.
just keep an eye on it. I saw some popular places where you can pre-order comic books online. I've seen a few of them make statements that said, we're not going to put this up for pre-order because we don't know how many we're going to get, and we don't want someone to be disappointed if we don't get enough. So the day it goes on sale is the day that we will be listing it on our website, because then we'll know how many we have. So
Is
it's
it gonna
just
sell out
something
so
to keep in
fast?
mind.
I'm gonna go to my LCS and see if I can request it to be put on my pull list anyway.
I've done that with mine. So
Did they do it?
They would probably.
well, they told me, they said, we'll know a week before. They said, but we can put you on a list. But
Just
we
tell
won't
them,
know.
like,
We
"Hey,
can't
I
guarantee
have a
anything until a
YouTube
week
channel.
before.
You better put me at the top of your list.
Yeah.
My LCS is really, really good to me, though. So
Yeah, mine too.
Look at the bright side. If it's hardcover, it's probably going to be like $40 new. You could still go probably buy one for 100, 150. So it's not a total loss. I'm talking about like older ones if you wanted to.
Right.
So if you're willing to go in for 40, if you somehow miss out, I mean, it's not that big of a price jump if something you really want.
sure.
So
So I have some
for our
news.
100th episode, just real quick, I just want to do a quick roll call here. Who remembered to wear their DC shirts?
Not I.
Mm-hmm.
no.
Mm-hmm. All right. So, Ryan, looks like you and I will be doing episode 101 on our own.
Yep. We win a prize for that, don't we?
I
Yeah,
think
right.
so.
You do. You do.
I think Tim and Tony have to send us a mystery box.
That's what I
I'll
think.
say. Yeah,
My-
you'll
my
get it, and
clothing
it'll be a
is
mystery about what the heck it
Sign
is.
of the times. Like you said, you moved on to different publishers, Dave. So did I.
What I would like to do with Tim and Tony is, let's do the reverse mystery box, Foo. So what that means is they give us their credit card numbers and we buy ourselves something, and then
Yeah.
they find out how much we paid.
I like it. It works for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's. I'm good. I'm good. I see we got 11 people watching. Just throwing it out there. Say something in the chat. That way we know you're here. We'll get you up on the big fancy spin wheel. That way we can make sure you are eligible for a prize.
Yeah.
He's gotta
So
be in
I
the
have some
chat.
news.
Yes, sir.
I have two pieces of news. So Wonder Twin powers activate.
I
Announced
know.
this week that the Wonder Twins are in development for an HBO. It sounds like an HBO movie for HBO Max.
That's
A
the
live
impression
action
that I got too. That's the impression I got.
Yeah, no casting or nothing's been done. It's just, I believe the same writer of Black Adam is working on the treatment for this.
Where are they going to find a boy and a girl twin that are already actors?
Do you know
CGI.
actually? Do you know who the Wonder Twins were based on? What pop culture celebrities the Wonder Twins were
Donnie and
originally
Marie?
based on?
Donnie and Marie Osmond.
Yes. Yeah.
Yep.
You know, I actually think if you're going to do Wonder Twins, which I'm totally in favor of, I would almost rather see it be like an animated television show.
Yeah.
yeah, that'd be nice. That'd be nice.
I don't know that it will translate quite as well to like a live action, you know?
Yeah, Bake the Snake knew it was Donnie and Marie.
Bake the Snake knows
Well, yeah,
everything.
because Tim and I told him.
If only Donnie and Marie were here, we could put them on the wheel.
Oh yeah, Donnie and Marie, you guys are out.
That
But I'm
sounds
glad
like a request. Be careful of this community.
No, oh, that's true. Some other news. Does anyone remember a Bronze Age title that lasted 13 issues between 1975 and 1976? Maybe you saw it in the back issue bins, called DC First Issue Special.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. That is
I
being
haven't seen
brought back. And Tom King is going to
Oh.
write this as a black label. It's going to be bi-monthly starting in May, and it's going to be called Danger Street. Now, my understanding of this is, the premise of the story is primarily three superheroes, Starman, Metamorpho, and the Warlord, want to be part of the Justice League. So they figure the best way to audition for this is to bring Darkseid to Earth and then defeat him. Well, I think we can already see what a problem that's going to be. But from the more reading that I've done on this, it sounds like every character, even the obscure characters from the original DC first issue special, are going to at least make some type of an appearance in this story arc that they're going to do. And that does include, and it's been confirmed, Lady Cop.
Lady Cop.
Good old Lady Cop, who had one issue to her credit, is getting revived for 2022.
My first thought is Warlord's in like another dimension. How would he be back? And if he was, why would his first thought be to join the Justice League?
I don't think Michigan's a different
Tom
dimension.
King. Huh?
I said, I don't think Michigan's a different dimension.
Yeah.
It's not a different dimension, but it might as well be a different country. What's that?
Did you guys see the Twitter post I sent you about that? Tom King announced it.
Oh, yeah.
Like, yeah, this is going to be a story about good people with, mental health. And Tom King's like, dude.
Yeah.
Shaking hands with a mutual understanding.
Yeah, it's going to be Warlord. Like, I'm going to cut myself if they don't let me in the league. It's going to be.
Dan Piercy is with us.
Yep. Dan Piercy's on the wheel. Thanks for swinging by, bud. Appreciate it. Repping the mean state of Ohio. Very cool. Very cool. Speaking of Black Adam, I know we talked about him briefly. Did you guys see some of the footage?
Wait. Nobody brought up Black Adam.
Yeah.
I mentioned Black Adam.
I'm just joking. Just messing with you.
We will talk about it. I'm looking forward to it. This is hopefully going to be a good flick here. A lot of good. I love Pierce Brosnan as Dr. Fate. Probably said it 100 times, but I'm going to keep saying it. Like, home run casting for Dr. Fate. And apparently, this might be a potential spoiler. So close your earballs if you don't want to hear it. It's not going to work if you do it like that. Allegedly, they're all going to, Black Adam and the Justice Society are going to team up to fight a villain. They're going to defeat the villain. And then they're going to extend an olive branch to Black Adam to join. And that's when he's going to say something along like, I'm good. And then he's going to start beating up the Justice Society. Allegedly. So that's it. We're not going to see him be a bad guy towards the end of the movie when he's going to come after Shazam.
I saw footage of him in a boxing ring with Wildcat, and he like throws him out into the crowd and like jumps out with a chair. It may have been old WWE footage. I'm not sure.
Yeah, that's pre-Black Adam. But hopefully I could get behind that movie. Put the carrot in front of him, make him be good for a little bit, and then right at the end of the movie, just whips out a knife, stabs them all in the back. Black Adam becomes a bad guy. Because I want to be mad if they make him a good guy. Because then
it could also be that movie where it's like, whatever happened to The Rock? Why isn't he in movies anymore? Be like, remember that Black Adam movie?
Yeah, right. That's why. But it's The Rock. I mean, yeah, he sometimes does cheesy movies, but like he's the most in-demand actor in Hollywood right now.
A good segue though. DC is doing right by one former wrestler. I've actually watched the Peacemaker show after talking with you guys this week.
Yeah.
I think I'm like 3 episodes in. I'm enjoying it. The vigilante, while nothing like the comic book character, makes the show for me. I love it. I love that guy.
I don't know if it's a testament to, well, maybe it is. DC kind of realizing just to let their directors kind of, free reign kind of thing. And James Gunn's that kind of director too. You want to give him as much creativity as possible. You know what I mean?
With him, you give him as much creativity and you get him any music license that he needs.
Yep. You get him whatever he wants.
Yeah.
That's almost, if I had one bad thing to say about it, is like he needs less music. Like it's much.
He uses music in everything he does, though. Yeah. That's his thing.
I learned something about James Gunn this weekend. He actually brought DC and Disney to work together very, very recently on Peacemaker, because as he was filming Guardians of the Galaxy, he couldn't do Peacemaker in a timely manner. So Disney let Warner Brothers use the Guardians of the Galaxy lot to film Peacemaker. So he could essentially be in two places at once. which I thought was pretty.
That explains
pretty
why there's so much filming by a dumpster outside.
it's the same dumpster fire in every scene.
Exactly.
That's funny. That's funny. But yeah. Do you want to do? Let's start off with. Can we? No, we can't do that. Hold on. I have a thing.
We have Dave Enrique joining us.
Yes, Dave Enrique. Let me get him on the wheel 1 second. You're gonna go in on the Dave E. Boom. Okay, so I got to share something with you guys. Hopefully you'll enjoy it. And I just got to share my screen. Where is it? Right here. So enjoy this. Enjoy this, fellas. Enjoy this. You guys can hear the audio?
No.
No.
No audio?
You forgot to check the box.
Oh, yeah. Shoot. I forgot. Where's that at?
When you share it. You're going to have to stop sharing and reshare it.
Yep.
So quick heads up before he plays it.
Sure.
I've been doing action figure shorts at the beginning of my videos. And this is one that'll be on a video next week because this is special. I want to share it with you guys early. So
yeah, so here we go.
Run, girls. We can't let anybody catch the Gotham City Sirens. Stop right there. If we have to get caught, I'm glad it's by the sexiest superhero in this city. He ain't no Mr. J, but I definitely wing it. Catwoman, what do you think? He ain't no Batman, but I definitely think that booty is
Meow.
Girls, can't let anybody catch the.
Yeah. What do you think? I think they're going to let Tim roll with the Gotham City Sirens movie. I think he's got line
DC
to direct.
Watching?
Yeah.
I think my residual checks will keep me shopping on eBay for the Lord.
Your 1 second cameo.
I get so much use out of that 1 second clip.
That's funny.
I like that sexy talking voice that the girls do.
Hey, it ain't supposed to be professional. We're just getting the job done over here.
Whatever works, man. Whatever works. I think we'll give away one of Flashpoint's little mystery boxes. What do you guys think?
Okay, let me ask some questions first to be the voice of anyone who might have questions about this giveaway. Do you have to be present to win?
Yes.
Okay, so once we say your name, you have to claim it, correct?
Yes.
And is there a time limit?
No. I mean,
do you have to claim it by the end of the show? Or
yeah, they have to just if Bob wins one of these little wheel spins, Bob says, "Hooray! I'm in the chat. Cool, look at me."
I think you forgot to add Bob to the wheel.
Well, I used Bob. I didn't want to use a thing and make someone get up and they don't win, but you know what I mean. For prizes tonight, we have 2 mystery boxes that Flashpoint is giving away. We have a $50 gift card to superherostuff.com, and we have a book that Copy 801 donated to give away, and that is the first appearance of Val Zod, and I can't remember what one it is specifically.
It's Action Comics 9 New 52.
Yes, that's the one. So here we go. I'm gonna spin it. So if you're in the chat right now, want to get on this wheel, speak now or forever hold your peace. I'll give it another minute. So all
this
you gotta
is
do is
be
just
for a mystery box.
One mystery box. Yep, we'll do one mystery box.
Another question.
Yep.
If someone wins this and we spin later, can they win another prize?
Absolutely.
Okay.
One person can win it all. Yeah, why not?
Okay.
If they're that lucky, go for it. So we'll give it another extra couple seconds here.
I'm watching the chat live too.
So. If anyone wants to get in on the chat, otherwise we'll just give it away as it is.
Yeah, I just went through. I think you've got everyone on there.
Yeah, I think I got most everybody on here. All right. I think that's going to be it. Let's give her a spin. Where she'll stop, nobody knows. It is Bake.
Bake the snake.
There you go.
Bake the
Congrats.
snake.
I'm sure the snaky snacker's still hanging.
I'm sure he's here, but to be fair, you got to chime
to be
in.
fair,
Bake.
just type in Bake.
Just say hello or something.
Yep.
When one of them Lord of the Rings, there he is.
Yep, there he is.
There he is. So he's still in the chat.
But Bake, don't leave because you could win maybe another prize. Who
Yeah,
knows?
you can win them all. So who knows? So Bake won one of the Flashpoint mystery boxes, but we will come back to that a little bit later on.
Yep.
But,
You want a round of trivia?
Yeah, let's do a round of trivia. Let's do it.
Sure.
Okay, we're going to have several rounds of trivia tonight, but we'll get started. And starting first will be comic food to answer, okay? We're going to get answers from,
Not to put you on
I'm
the
going
spot
to
or
get
anything.
answers from all three of you, but we're going to start with Fu in this round first to answer, okay?
This should be good.
What does DC stand for DC Comics?
Detective Comics?
Okay, Tony, what do you think it stands for?
Detective Comics.
And Tim?
Yeah, it's Detective Comics.
It's Detective Comics. Okay.
All right.
When you were struggling with that, I was like, come on. There's no way he doesn't know this.
Tim, we will start with you answering first on this question. What DC character did Stan Lee say was his favorite?
Stan Lee?
Yeah.
Mm,
Do you know who Stan Lee is?
yeah.
Never heard of him.
No,
He's the guy that was in all those Marvel movies.
it feels like something I would have read in the front of one of those Just Imagine. I'm going to say Shazam.
And Tony, who do you think it is?
I'm going to say I'm going to say Ambush Bug, even though I know that's not
Okay.
it.
And Boo, who do you think it is?
Well, I'm gonna give Stan the benefit of the doubt, so I'm gonna go with Green Lantern.
Okay. Mars Comics is in the chat, says, can I answer? I know the answer. Type it in real fast. I know that there's a slight delay here.
Guessing none of us got it right.
Yeah.
No, none of you got
I
it.
didn't want to go obvious like Batman, Superman, but it feels like I read that. I just don't remember.
I'll answer while Mars is typing in, and with the delay, I'm sure it'll come in. But Stan Lee's favorite DC character supposedly was, yep, Mars got it right, the main man,
Oh,
Lobo.
Wow, really? I never knew
Yep.
that.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Okay, so
and
for this
ironically,
segment,
the only
let's
one he
do-
didn't copy over to Marvel.
yeah, let's do one more question for this segment of trivia,
Sure.
and we will start with Tony.
All right.
What superhero makes the spiciest chili in the DC universe?
Oh, geez. Guy Gardner.
Okay, Fu.
Guy Gardner.
Okay, and Tim.
I'll just go Guy Gardner.
No, it is the Green Arrow.
Oh, really? It's funny because before Tony said it, I was like, it's got to be Guy Gardner.
That's what I
Yeah.
thought. It's got to be Guy Gardner. Yeah.
I wanted to pick someone different just to be different and couldn't come up with nothing in my head.
So we have more trivia coming up as the show goes on, and more giveaways too.
And more giveaways. Yes, that's true. So again, if you're in the chat, let us know you're in the chat so we can get you on our cool little wheel.
So we do have 2 special reviews tonight we haven't even talked about. And I know Dave mentioned it the very first time we're doing Golden Age books. On the
I thought we
show.
were doing 3.
Are we doing 3?
I
I
thought
didn't
we were
know
doing
we
2.
talked about it, and I was looking at the banner.
I read
you made,
3,
just had to
so-
do them.
I only read one.
I
Well, that
read
should
two.
probably be the one you
It
reviewed.
wouldn't be a fanboys episode if we didn't know what the heck we were doing.
Yeah. And I've
I read
actually got
Batman and
trivia
Superman.
for after we do the reviews,
Okay, perfect.
Okay.
which now I know that Tim and Tony definitely aren't going to get right.
I have a great excuse. I have a newborn baby.
What's the third book? Because I read Batman and Superman.
Wonder
That's
Woman,
all right.
the Trinity.
Oh, it's Wonder. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, I thought we were
I was
reading
even
good
looking
books.
at your thumbnail, and it was like the 100 with Batman and Superman. So
It was because there's
Okay.
there's not another 0.
Yeah, this isn't the 1000th episode.
Yeah,
It's
this
the
isn't
100th
if
episode.
it was the 1000th, then she would have made the thumbnail.
I remember
That's
we
what
were
happens
talking
when you're
about
3 of the
that
Trinity.
and All Star, but I didn't
Ryan, if only we had had a full-length conversation in the chat about this on multiple occasions. You know?
Yes, if only.
If only I had remembered to
That
post it
conversation
on the
happened.
community tab, and if only you had posted not one but two.
Or not reading. I was working when that
stories to
conversation was
Instagram.
going on, so or at least when I read it.
You guys are too much.
So which one are we starting with?
Action.
Let's
Come
do
on.
it. The one that
Who's
started
doing
it all.
action?
I can start off action.
That must have been the one you read.
I
Yeah.
want to do some with Batman.
right,
If someone else wants to put it up,
I've got it.
because I've got the wheel on one screen, I want to make sure I have that open as they come in, so I don't miss anyone.
I'll keep an eye on the chat too.
Perfect. Yeah, I think the only
Yeah,
old
I
enough
think it
people in the chat to get this book fresh off the shelf is either my mom or Dan Piercy.
Ouch.
I'm just kidding.
Ouch.
Dan's not that old.
What? What's cool about the cops by that? I'm just kidding, Dan.
Just waiting for the hate mail to come in. Oh snap!
Dan's like, you have 11 people in the chat and you're attacking one of them.
It's like, I'm not too old to put you over my knee again.
Yeah, right. Oh man, just waiting for my mom to come in and give me a black eye, like in front of the whole world.
Oh, that would be awesome.
Yeah, that would be funny. That's why I didn't say my wife, just in the off chance she's watching. You know, because you guys will never see me
You're
again.
grounded.
That was how I spent most of my childhood. So no change. But yeah. Action Comics #1. If you scroll down a little bit, do they have like a little ad? Yeah, look at this ad. This is pretty cool.
Oh wow.
I mean, it's not in the greatest shape,
Wow.
but you can still tell what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
$25 to turn the feature Chuck Dawson and whatever. But yeah, it's very cool. I love looking at some of these old ones. This is from June 6, 1938. So World War II had not started yet, but
No entries must be in by June 6th.
oh yeah, sorry.
I don't
Yeah.
even know. They didn't even have an indicia back. Oh, here it is.
Is that where
I
that
can't
is?
read it. It's too small.
Yeah, I can't read it. Can't read it. But yeah, starting off here, Action Comics #1. This is I like this first page because it just kind of gives like an overview of Superman and a scientific explanation of Clark Kent's amazing strength. And they use ants and different insects to like explain how his powers work and whatnot, which is pretty cool. And you see a little picture of baby Superman like lifting a chair up, which I thought was a lot of fun. But yeah, sticking right here, right in the story, Superman saving the damsel in distress. Where's that?
But is he saving her? Did they
Well, he's not
really explain who this first girl is?
Nope. They don't really go into a whole lot of
He just
explanation.
has a kidnapped woman with him at the beginning.
Yep.
Yeah, what I find interesting is on the very first page here, though, like they get right into it. They give like on the first panel that he's from Krypton, a planet that's exploded, and his father, the scientist, sent him to Earth. Like they really from the very beginning give his backstory here. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. He can run faster than an express train. So I wonder when the facts, faster than a locomotive came in. Like what issue was that when they first used that?
Wasn't that I could be
Run
wrong,
fast
but wasn't that from like the movies or TVs?
Was
that
it?
whole phrase like leap
Okay.
over tall buildings in a single bound?
Yeah, I think
Like
you're
that
right.
kind of
Because there
thing.
was that whole radio show for a while there.
That's
right?
true.
In the early
I mean,
days.
this first page really hits on the points, but it ain't put together in that way we recognize it.
Yeah, look, he's leaping over the building. He's running
Yeah.
faster than a locomotive. Yeah,
Yeah. He's not flying. He's leaping.
yeah.
Yeah, he don't fly for a while.
Yeah. I don't know when he flies, but
And very specifically, it says what? He can leap, does that say an eighth of a mile?
Yeah.
One hurdle?
that's pretty cool.
Pretty specific.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, he starts off here breaking into this dude's house, demanding to speak to the governor. And the guy's like, I can't take you to the governor. You can see him in the morning. Superman says, I'm going to see him right now. And he's like, you can't go to the governor. He's like, well, I'm I'm gonna kind of thing, which I thought was really funny. Goes to the governor's bedroom in the middle of the night, breaks in, gets shot, and that's when you learn that Superman can't be shot. They even have like
ticking clock too.
Yeah, I was gonna say they even have a ticking clock right here, which is something I don't think you see a whole lot anymore. It's like its own little version of 24, right in the book. Yeah, and then we cut to a newspaper talking about Superman. You know what I mean? Did you ever hear of Superman? And people are what?
Well,
Who?
Did you tell them what he was breaking in for?
It does say.
It does.
It does. It does.
The
Right?
whole reason that he was breaking into the house, to the governor's mansion, is basically that there was a murderer on death row that was an innocent man, and Superman had the evidence. And so that's why he was being so forceful, busting into the mansion, and why they were showing the ticking clock, because he was just about to be executed. And he finally convinced the
governor
mayor,
to call the pen.
The governor, like 2 minutes prior to the execution. So
the stay of execution. Yeah.
Yeah.
We cut to the Daily Star office. You know what I mean? Which I think is the precursor to the Daily Planet.
Yeah.
Where Superman works, and they're talking about like the Superman. You know what I mean? Superman is roughing up some bad guys. You're not fighting a woman now, which I thought was really funny. Probably the greatest quote from this issue. And Superman's like throwing this guy into a wall. And then this guy tries to go and stab him. Keep in mind, Superman's symbol is a triangle. For those of you who are unaware of Superman's first symbol, triangle with an S in it, not so much like a diamond. Who wants to take over from here? All right.
I can. I'm happy to do it.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So later that night, Clark Kent, we get to see the alter ego here, which is really cool. He asks Lois out on a date, and she finally says yes. And so they go out dancing that night. And you see these guys here at this other table. And the one guy's like, hey, see that lady over there? I'm going to go ask her to dance. And one of his friends says, yeah, but the guy with her isn't going to like that. And he's like, I don't care. And he says, I'm going to push his face in, which is a funny phrase. But so he goes up and basically says, hey, I'm going to dance with her. And Lois is like, and you can tell the difference in times here, right? Because Lois is like, okay, Clark, go stand up for me. And Clark, while he obviously could, he has to like don the weakling persona, right? And so what I loved about this is I saw an awful large similarity to like the Christopher Reeve Superman, right? And those movies, like they really did it pretty well, because this is my first time reading Action 1, and I could really see where they pulled a lot from it. So Lois is looking to Clark to stand up to him. Clark's like, well, I can't because I got to be a weakling here. So he's like, basically like, oh, it's okay, Lois. You can do one dance with them. And she's like, what? She's like, and so she smacks him. And with that, the guy just takes it out on Clark here, as you can see. And Lois goes storming off, really upset with Clark that he didn't stand up for her. And she says, you want to know why I never said yes to you before going out on a date? She says, because you are a spineless, unbearable coward. So a few minutes later, the guy is upset that he was just humiliated by Lois. And so he goes after her with his buddies, and he decides that he's going to get some payback. And you can see they grab her. And this is where we get the famous scene of Superman on the front cover of Action 1. It was also, they redid the homage scene in Superman Returns of him holding the car, because Superman lands here in front of the car. He leaps over it. And basically, as you can see, he rescues Lois, and he picks up the car and smashes it into the rocks here.
Do you think maybe he's still a little upset at Lois? Because he rescues her, but he just picks a car up and shakes her out with the rest of them.
Right? Yeah, he's
Yeah,
just like
yeah.
shaking the car.
Yeah.
So, and of course, then he decides to have a little fun with this guy that humiliated him back in the restaurant. So he picks him up and he decides to go running around the city a bit with him, right? And where was that?
That's the next guy.
I'm sorry, that's the next guy. I'm sorry, I saw the telephone pole. That's why I was thinking that. Okay, so
Yeah.
sorry. There's like basically like 3 mini stories in this one.
Yeah.
So he rescues Lois, takes her for really their first trip together as Superman and Lois. And do you guys want me to keep going? Tim, you got detective?
Yeah, I want to do some of detective.
Okay, so I'll keep going here and I'll leave detective for you then. And I'm assuming Ryan wants Wonder Woman. So, okay, so the next day, Lois is talking to the editor, and it's funny because they don't mention his name, so it doesn't appear to actually be Perry White. And I went and I looked this up, and they actually do attribute Perry White's first appearance to I don't know it offhand, but it's another issue. It's not Action 1. So whoever this editor is, she's telling him she met Superman. He's like, yeah, right. You saw the pink elephant too, right? So he assigns Clark to basically.
Isn't pink elephants an old-timey saying for you were drunk or something like that?
Is it? I'm not sure.
Yeah, it's like associated with the DTs or something.
Oh. It's a car wash in Seattle. Or it was.
Pink elephant.
Yeah. So there is this there's this other story, and he sends Clark out to go cover it. And Clark goes, it's basically a story. There's a senator and a lobbyist, and they're basically, the lobbyist has convinced the senator to pass a bill that he shouldn't. We don't really get too much details into it. But Superman overhears them as Clark Kent, as you see here. He's kind of eavesdropping. And he goes ahead and he catches this lobbyist, basically, and decides to have, this is where the guy he decides to have a little fun with. And he takes him for a jaunt through the city, leaping from building to building. But then he lands on these electric wires, and the guy's like, "We're going to be electrocuted. What are you doing?" And Superman says, "No, he won't." He's like, "Pigeons do it all the time." He's like, "As long as they don't touch the grounded pole." And so at that point, you can see Superman's got a bit of a sense of humor here, because he jumps over the pole and he goes, "Oops, almost touched that one." And the guy's like panicking, right? He's like, "Put me down, put me down." So he jumps over to the Capitol building, and he says, "Hey, let's see if we can jump over to that building over there." And the guy's like, "No, don't." And Superman jumps over and he goes, "Oh, doggone it, we missed it." And that's where the story ends, which is funny because this reminds me of an old joke my dad told me as a kid. The story of these two guys standing at the bottom of the Empire State Building, and the one guy tells the other, "Yeah, if I jump off the top of it, just arch my back, I'll land safely to the ground." The other guy's like, "No, that won't work." He's like, "It will. Try it out." So the guy runs up and he does it, and he splats on the ground, right? Or no, I'm sorry. The one guy runs up first, arches his back, and he lands safely. So the other guy says, "Oh, I got to go try it now." And he runs up and he does the same thing, only he splats on the ground. And that's when all the onlookers say, "Man, Superman, you're a really mean guy." So, this reminded me of that old joke.
That's funny.
But yeah, this was a fantastic story. I mean, it was very out of time, of course, now to be reading it. But I found it entertaining. It was funny. And like I said, it really did remind me quite a bit of the Christopher Reeve Superman, which I grew up with as a kid. So, of course, I loved it. But what did you guys think?
Well, I thought it was a bunch of fun. But when you go back and say how they waste no time getting into this, and obviously there's some, Superman's history and origin and powers have evolved. You just got to remember, this is the first time anyone ever saw this character. But what I thought was interesting from the very beginning, they talk about he came from a planet that exploded, but it said it exploded from old age.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought that was interesting. And then like the very next panel, it talks about, he landed on Earth. Someone found him and put him in an orphanage where he was then adopted.
Yep.
Yeah.
Raised in an orphanage.
Yeah. I thought that, those are two little interesting twists that really are and haven't been part of the Superman mythos for quite some time.
Yeah. And
the planet explodes, but not because of old age.
Right. But there's a third one too. He does not get his powers from the yellow sun. He gets his powers simply because all Kryptonians had those powers through evolution. And they were simply in a more advanced race. So even on Krypton, they had these powers.
It's fun to see how like Superman advances, like if you just look at the character itself, look at the cover of Action 1. He takes a man lifts the car and smashes it on a rock. Like that's like mind-blowing. And now like cut to today, Superman, shoves a whole moon out of a way so an asteroid can pass. You know what I mean?
I literally just today and last night read a JLA story around the 60s where to defeat the Martians, they get them to come up to the moon and then pull the moon into orbit so there's air and they could set them on fire and then put the moon back. Like him and Green Lantern just move the moon. But one thing to point out about Action 1, Superman in his first form was pretty much all about the creators identifying bullies and using Superman to take, get revenge on those people. You see him take on two different kinds of bullies in that book. At first, he's saving someone, and then two bullies. So,
it's a combination.
Even back then, he was taking down crooked politicians.
Yeah.
Some things never change, I guess.
Yeah, some things never change. Lasso, you got another thing of trivia for us?
Yeah, we can do that. We will start out with Tim answering first. What superhero was the first to refuse membership to the Justice League of America?
Refuse.
This could be tricky. I'm going to say Black Lightning.
And Fu, what's your guess?
I just came across that book today, so I'm going to say Black Lightning as well.
Okay. I knew there was a couple that did it close together. So
I'm also going to say Black Lightning.
I know the issue that you're speaking about, but well before that Bronze Age issue, in the Silver Age, Metamorpho said, "No way, Jose."
And both of them are outsiders.
Yeah. Okay, Tony. More Fun Comics, issue number 52 is the first appearance of what character?
Dr. Fate.
Fu, what character?
More Fun.
Well, Tony likes Dr. Fate, so I'm going with Dr. Fate.
And Tim.
I'm not gonna.
More Fun. Power Man.
No, it is the Spectre.
I think it is either Dr. Fate or the
You
Spectre.
let me down, Tony. You were so sure.
Hey,
and
sorry.
Fu, we'll get you started for answering first for this question. What year did Lois Lane and Clark Kent marry?
Didn't they marry a couple times? Or the first time they married?
Question.
The first time.
Okay.
Oh gosh.
The very
I'm gonna
first
say
time?
1993, but I'm probably way off.
And Tim.
1984.
And Tony.
1960. I'm on Price is Right strategy.
1996.
And
that happened.
What about the first
because
Superman and Lois?
That happened because of the TV show, The New Adventures of Lois and Clark, where they were getting ready to get married on the TV show. So DC Comics said they need to get married in the comic book too.
That's right. Yes.
I was thinking Earth.
So I win
Superman.
the Price is Right strategy, Tony.
So we'll have more trivia coming up and still more giveaways.
Yes. Which one are we doing now? Oh, detective. It's right here. All right. Tim, you're on the clock.
All righty. So this story, Detective One, actually starts off with
Not Detective One.
Batman's first story. No, I'm saying Detective 27, but we see a socialite millionaire named Bruce Wayne hanging out at Police Commissioner Gordon's house when he gets a tip that there's been a murder and the son's fingerprints were found on the weapon. So Bruce Wayne's like, hey, I'll tag along. And they go over there. And of course, the son immediately is like, I didn't do it. Like, this is what happened. I heard my dad groaning, come out, and I thought I saw a shadowy figure running off. He had a knife in his back and his safe was open. Well, basically, as that's happening, they get a phone call from one of this guy's partners that says he's got the same threat. Like, he was threatened. So about that time, Bruce Wayne excuses himself, and we flash over to the other business partner, and he's got someone's broke in and shot him. So the two people are escaping, and that's when we see the Batman for the first time on a roof. He punches one guy, and then
Real quick tip. What struck me here in seeing him for the first time is he looks so much more like a bat than he does today. Would you agree?
Yeah. Definitely playing
you're
into the Batman motive.
Yeah.
I love how he's referred to as the Batman.
Yeah, I like that personally.
Yeah.
And hyphenated.
Yeah,
that's true.
And he flips the second, literally throws the dude off the roof, and he gets the contract this guy was stealing. And the police show up, and they try to catch Batman, but can't. And the police see this guy's dead. They decide they're going to go to the third partner's house, which is named Rogers. So we see Batman just in a red car, not a Batmobile or anything like that. And he's reading this contract that these people were stealing. So flash forward, this Rogers, I believe it's Rogers. Basically, there were four business partners. Two are dead. The third one's going to the fourth, and the assistant lets him in and immediately knocks him out, ties him up, and he's going to lower this giant, very almost sci-fi-ish, like glass chamber down onto him and shoot gas out and kill him. And this guy goes downstairs like a little trap door while it's going to happen, and that's when Batman shows up. He runs, gets under the glass jar before it lowers, blocks the gas tube, and uses, I guess, a bat wrench that he has on him to bust the glass. And that's when he confronts this assistant.
Off the table, so he was having to think quick.
Oh, he grabbed a wrench off the table. All right. And he takes down this assistant, and that's when the fourth business partner comes out and was like, your assistant just tried to kill me. Well, that fourth business partner immediately grabs a knife to do it himself, unaware that Batman's there, and Batman stops him. And that's basically where Batman goes into an explanation that this guy, his name's Stryker, had made a deal that only the four partners knew about to slowly buy stock in this company to where he'd be the sole owner. But he decided it'd be easier to just kill everyone because only they knew about this deal. Hence why he was trying to steal the contracts out of the homes while having them killed. And, he'd kill them and just take the company and their heirs wouldn't know about it. Well, when he gets done explaining this, Stryker immediately is like, oh, you're not, I'm not going to go to the chair for this. Pulls the gun and tries to do something, and Batman punches him, and he falls down into a vat of acid. So then we switch over to Clark Kent at Commissioner Gordon's office, basically getting the fill-in of everything that's happened. And Bruce Wayne just acts disinterested, and we see Commissioner Gordon's like, this millionaire kid, he's not interested in anything. And we switch to returns home to his room, it says. Like, we don't even know he's in a mansion or nothing other than they did say he's rich. But it's like, I thought it was weird. Returns home to his room, and it's like, oh, Bruce Wayne is Batman. You see him walking out. Sort of I thought it was interesting, the differences in the two stories. Like Superman had a lot going on, where Batman, it really was a detective story. Like there's a mystery going on, and it's just one big story.
Yeah. I also found it funny that Bruce Wayne smokes a pipe in this. I'm not sure I see that very often.
Yeah, he doesn't. If you remember in the Christopher Nolan Batman movies, I think it's the second one, where they're toasting to Harvey Dent, and he just dumps his champagne over the rail. So he doesn't smoke or drink, which I think is pretty cool. But Ben Compton is you're on the wheel, buddy. So speaking of which, let's go ahead and let's do that. Let's throw it up there.
While you're doing that, I'll say real quickly with this Batman story, two things that I want to mention. And I know that this gets talked about from time to time, but he does have a gun and he does use it in the story. And that's kind of been phased out of Batman lore. But mostly when you think of Batman, and especially a Batman first appearance, with the Action Comics story, they gave us 2 panels kind of giving the backstory on Superman. But in this one, there is no backstory. There is no Martha and Thomas Wayne were killed and the little boy saw it. None of that exists in his first appearance.
Right.
The only backstory you get is that he's rich.
Just that he's rich. That's it.
But you don't really know till the end it's him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's when you find out Bruce Wayne and him.
I was smart, Tim. I figured it out.
Yeah. Well, I'm saying if you're just reading it for the first time.
Lasso, I don't think Batman uses a gun in this.
Yeah, he had a gun in one of the panels.
Yeah. He uses guns in the Golden Age for a little bit.
Yeah. Are you sure?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Interesting. This is for the second Flashpoint box that we'll give away. So I'll give it another minute here. If you are new to the chat, chime in. We'll get your name on the wheel. Again, if you win it, just let me know you're still here. We'll take care of you. I think Bake the Snake won the Flashpoint box. So the first Flashpoint box. So Bake will get with me or Flashpoint. We'll get that sent out to you. But okay, let's do it here. This is for the second Flashpoint box. 3, 2, 1, go.
Good luck, everyone.
Yes, except for Bake because you already won, but you can still win.
Pressure's off for Bake.
It's Squatch.
Squatchy.
Wow.
All right, so Squatch had won the. I put him as Big.
Still here?
Yeah, because it's funny. I'm sure he's still here. We'll give him.
Has anybody tried putting Squatchy's name on a prize wheel to see if he exists?
That's true.
Way to get him
That's true. That's true. We'll give him another minute here because of the delay.
He's there.
He's there. All right.
There he is.
He says roll again. Okay, so we'll roll again. All right. So we'll roll again. And the new winner is Jedi Farce.
Congratulations.
Perfect. So just get with me or any of the fanboys. We'll get you linked up with Flashpoint, and we'll send out that mystery box for you. But awesome. So let's dive right into our next book here, and that is All-Star Comics. I think this is
8.
Number 8.
I wanted Tony to say because we know he read it, right, Lasso?
Oh yeah.
I almost said All-Star Comics 10 because I saw the 10 right there. I just real fast looked at it. So
Wonder Woman doesn't make it on this cover because it was a last-minute decision to include this insert with her origin, because this came out in October of 1941. And they knew that Sensation Comics was about to issue number 1, which was intended to be Wonder Woman's first appearance, was going to hit newsstands in January of 42. But at the last minute, they decided, no, let's give a little preview of what's coming. So if you want to scroll down, I think it's after the Justice Society story. You're going to have to go down pretty far.
Yeah, it's quite a while before you finally see her.
because her story is separate. It doesn't tie into the Justice Society story at all.
In fact, it's the third story because, right, there's the Starman, I think, is a story all of its own.
Yeah.
Warlord, what's up?
Warlord. Yeah. We'll make sure that you're on the wheel for the next drawing.
He is. Yep, got him on the wheel.
Down.
Jeez.
We even have
Are these multiple stories?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
No, how did I miss it? No. Oh yeah, it's that far down. There you go.
All right. So we're starting out here with a little bit of explanation that there's this mystery woman from this island. All we kind of know about her, because we don't know her identity, is that she's as lovely as Aphrodite, as wise as Athena, the speed of Mercury, and the strength of Hercules. She is known only as Wonder Woman, but who she is or whence she came, nobody knows. And we get really right into the heart of the story. As you see with our first panel, we have an airplane that Steve Trevor is inside, and it says it runs out of fuel and it crashes on this island. And the crash is witnessed by Diana and Mala, who are two Amazons. They realize it's a man. They've never seen a man before. So they say, we gotta take him to the hospital. So Diana has no problem lifting up Steve Trevor, hauling him through Paradise Island with the other Amazons. Who is that? It's a man. There's a man on the island. Tell the queen. So Queen Hippolyta is informed. She arrives where Steve is being cared for, and she's like, we need to take care of him, but bind his eyes so if he does wake up, he won't know anything about us. So Mala starts to notice that Diana is caring for Steve and doesn't leave his side, and she pretty much knows that this isn't a good sign. So she goes to make sure that the queen is informed of this, and we find out that this is the queen's daughter, Diana. And Hippolyta says, she is in love. So she summons Diana to the chamber, and she says, it's time to kind of tell you the backstory of what happened to the Amazons. And then it's interesting here on this page and in the next page, how they do the flashbacks isn't in traditional comic book panel style.
Yeah.
But they tell the stories of ancient Greece centuries ago, where the Amazons were the foremost nation in the world. The women ruled there. But Hercules showed up. He's the strongest man and started taunting the Amazons and captured the magic girdle, which was given to them by Aphrodite, the goddess of love. And with that gone, the Amazons were defeated. So the Amazons are begging for help from the gods, who are initially ignoring them. And then the goddess Aphrodite says, okay, I'm going to get your magic girdle back to you. You defeat Hercules, but your punishment is you have to leave man's world and you have to go to this uncharted island where you're going to live by yourself. So they form this island paradise. They have the magic girdle. This island gives them immortality, but Aphrodite is making them wear bracelets as a reminder and punishment for the enslavement that they allowed man to do to them. They're also gifted with this magic spear, and the magic spear can show the past, it can show the future. It's also how the Amazons know about technology and have been able to develop things, is by using the magic spear. So she uses the magic spear to find out, how did this man get to this island? And we find out that this is Steve Trevor, and he's in the army. And Steve is worried about some folks that are spies that are working for Germany, the Nazis. And he's trying to stop them, because what these spies are going to do is they've stolen a U.S. airplane, and they're going to throw some bombs from it and cause some havoc from it. And they're going to get away with it because everything is marked with the U.S. And the U.S. isn't going to be expecting an attack from one of their own ships, or of one of their own planes, I mean. So essentially, Steve gets knocked out, and then they have a better idea. You know, let's use remote control on this. Let's put Steve Trevor in there to make it look like he's the one who's dropping the bombs. And they're in another plane above Steve, and they're really the ones who are dropping the bombs, but it looks like this man, so when he gets caught in this airplane, he's going to get charged with the treason. Steve actually wakes up and realizes he's in an airplane that's being remote controlled, and he's able to break free of the remote control, and he starts piloting it, and he takes off after this plane that he realizes is doing the havoc. And that's why he runs out of gas. because he knows that if he gets caught, they're going to think that he was the one who did it. He realizes he's out of gas. He sees this island, this uncharted island. He can't believe it's there. So he's like, I'm going to try to land there. That's how he got to the island. So Hippolyta talks to the gods about what should we do about the situation that they're in. And the goddesses say, what you need to do is select your strongest and wisest Amazon, the finest of your Wonder Women, to send to America as the last citadel of democracy and of equal rights for women. And they decide a contest needs to be held. Well, Diana's all excited about this until her mother says, I forbid you to enter this, because the Amazon that leaves doesn't get to come back. She's going to lose her immortality. It comes time for the contest. Everyone is lined up. One masked figure is there, number 7, and she's doing quite well. She's racing a deer, and she's able to outspeed this deer. And she and number 12, who happened to be Mala, they are the final 2 contestants for this contest, and it's time to play the final game to determine the victor, bullets and bracelets. So Mala takes her shots first, and I believe they fire half a dozen times each, and number 7, all masked up, is able to deflect these bullets like there's no other. And then when it's Mala's turn, she wasn't quite so fast. So number 7 wins the contest. She unmasks herself. Daughter, it's you. It's Hippolyta. And Hippolyta decides not to go against the will of the gods. She awards Diana this costume that she had made for whatever champion it was going to be. And thus, Wonder Woman is born with her mission to take Steve Trevor back to the United States. And that's her first appearance.
Now, quick PSA for any kids watching this: don't try to play bullets and bracelets at home.
Not good.
Yeah. It's interesting, like, you know, when obviously the Wonder Woman came out, Wonder movie came out, and it's a huge hit. But like, why did they set World War One as like the main era for the Wonder Woman movie?
They did because Captain America film was set in World War II, and they didn't want comparisons to the Captain America film.
I knew that, but I didn't know that was the reason.
That's the reason
behind
it. Did you
get
Michael Menares on the?
I did. He's on the wheel, and Warlord are on the wheel. But
awesome.
And speaking of the Wonder Woman movie, what I found really interesting was the beginning of both the first and second Wonder Woman movies are portrayed right in this story right here. Steve Trevor finding the island, chasing the spies, and then also the race at the end of this story is the beginning of the second Wonder Woman movie.
Yeah. With the only difference is it wasn't a contest to take Steve back. It was just like Olympic type contest that they were having.
Right. Yeah.
Yep.
Now, the other thing that I found absolutely amazing about this is they talked about the robot plane, and they were flying it remotely. And I was like, oh my goodness, did they like predict the drones that we have today? Like, seriously, that's crazy.
I thought it was weird they referred to it as a Google plane.
That's funny.
Yeah.
I can't comment because I didn't know we were doing this. But...
Yeah, this was an interesting one. I'm glad we did this one. I know Lasso's got some trivia for us.
I do. So we're going to start out with Tony first.
All right.
What is Nightwing's dog's name?
Oh, geez. I didn't know he had a dog, so I don't know. I don't have a guess.
That's so new. I might not
Sparky.
even get it.
Sparky. Fu, what do you think it is?
Tim.
Okay. And Tim, what do you think it is?
I actually think they named it in one of the last few issues I ever bought, but I'm not going to remember it.
There's 2 answers. The dog's actual name is Haley, but they call it Bitewing.
Right. I knew it was some sort of play on his name. I remember that, and I couldn't.
Yep.
Yeah. Him and Barbara, I think, name it.
Okay, we'll start with Fu on this one. What comic book did Darkseid make his first appearance in?
Ooh.
You don't have to give me the issue number, just the title.
That could be a fight.
It could be a fight.
Yeah, it's
First cameo or first appearance?
They were in
Forever.
the same comic book, and I don't want the issue number. I just want the name of the comic book.
Forever People.
Okay, and Tim?
I'd say, just in case, I'll go off and say Jimmy Olsen.
Okay,
Yeah,
and
cameo,
Tony?
right?
Hedge the bets.
Forever people.
No, it's Superman's pal, Jimmy Olsen.
Okay. That's why I said
Well,
cameo or first
That's
appearance.
right.
And he made a cameo appearance and a full appearance in there before he was in Forever People, to my
You
knowledge.
see
I think
Forever
that's how it
People
goes.
listed as first
Forever
appearance,
People
and you
seems
see
like
Jimmy
first
as the
full.
cameo.
All right.
Yeah.
It's up for debate.
It's another
Okay.
Wolverine situation.
Well, I have Forever People. I don't have Jimmy Olsen, so I'm going with Forever People.
You always go with the one that you
There
own.
go.
Yes.
Tim, who is credited for creating Batman?
It'd be Bill Finger and Bob Kane.
Okay, Fu.
I was gonna say Bob Kane.
Okay, and Tony.
I know it was just Kane for a while, but very recently it's Bill Finger or Finger and
Yeah,
Kane.
like
but
both of them.
Correct. Okay, I have one round of trivia left, but you want to do a giveaway?
Yeah, let's give away something else here. For those of you who are new to the stream and are just joining us, chime in. Let me know you're here. We'll add your name to the wheel. We are going to give away Copy 801's gracious donation, the first appearance of Valzad. So here it is, right? He's going to send it to you. But I'll give the chat just a minute to catch up here.
This is the Copy 801.
This is from Copy 801. He was very nice to donate a giveaway. So
huge supporter of the show.
Yes,
Definitely
if you're not,
appreciate you if you're watching this on replay, man. Thank you.
Yeah, if you're not subbed to him on Instagram or YouTube, you are definitely missing out.
Yeah, frequent attendee at the Electric Band-Aid.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He's got his own VIP booth and everything. They're gonna name a section after that kid. But okay, I think that's enough time. I'm gonna go ahead and spin it. Good luck to everybody.
Luck, everyone.
First appearance of Valzad on the line. It is Comics for Thomas.
Comics for
All
Thomas.
right.
I bet Thomas is around somewhere yet. Thomas, just chime in for us. Let us know you're still here.
Yep, you gotta be here to win. So we'll put a minute or two on the clock.
Yep.
Give him a chance to chime in.
But we still have more giveaways, guys.
We do. We have the big one up for grabs too.
And I have more trivia.
And more trivia.
So we're gonna do.
He's here.
He's here.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
We're gonna do more
there he
trivia
is. Okay.
before.
Yeah, we could do trivia. I just want to ask you guys overall, what did you think as a whole about these 3 Golden Age stories? I mean, for me, I thought it was interesting how the way that they talk, the characters talk to each other, is very strict and very almost forceful and kind of like, no one talks normal. It's very.
That's what I noticed about a lot of comics, like before the 80s, like the mid 80s. I felt like, of course, I didn't live in those times, but it always seemed off, like not like a real person would talk.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, they were still
I didn't get
creating the medium, right? I mean, we talked about this before. Like, it has evolved over time, both in artwork as well as the dialogue.
Yeah, and all 3 of these stories are written by people basically starving, needing a job, not necessarily veteran pros. One thing I will say, I didn't get to read Wonder Woman, but watching the review, I feel like she got so much more of more info. You know what I mean? Like, it was, maybe they had learned and did better with her.
True, because there was
a lot of it.
Batman would have had more.
Yeah, there was a couple of
That's
years
common though for comics back then. Though you would have text stories in the middle of the comic, so that's normal.
With the detective story, when I was reading that last night, I even stopped at one point and said, "Is Batman even going to speak in this story?" Because he doesn't talk until just almost near the end before Batman actually speaks.
It's a little bit more mysterious because he is more of a shadowy figure,
Yeah.
it's when you talk about back in the day, like I remember how much I got paid to make these stories. Like we're talking maybe a few cents a page.
A few cents,
Well,
like
keep in mind,
$5-10
too,
to make it.
they really were for kids, right?
Yeah.
Whereas today it's more for adults. So maybe that explains some of it as well.
Well, that's how comics started, right? They just took the stuff from the newspapers and printed it as a book.
Yeah.
And then these people were trying to make original books,
Yeah.
I
love the stories. I was shocked because I haven't really read Golden Age before. I hadn't read any of these stories, and I was thinking it was going to be really bad. And I was surprised at how much I enjoyed them, much more than the modern comics.
Oh, geez. Yeah.
Like,
tell me about it.
I might go and try reading some more. It was fun.
we did Action 1 on the Phantom Zone, and just even talking about the differences in Superman. There's a lot of Superman purists out there that don't like that he got so overpowered, and that wish he would have stayed more down to earth. And I can see both sides of it.
Yeah.
I think characters obviously have to evolve, and you only can throw so many cars before you're cool. You know what I mean? Before you're not cool anymore. Jeff is in the chat. Welcome, Jeff.
No, I think he is a Russian bot.
Oh, he's a bot? Okay, never mind. Get out of here, Jeff.
Jeff wins the.
Jeff wins everything.
Oh, that's funny. But yeah, I thought these are great stories. It's fun to look at where they started and where they are now. Obviously, huge leaps and bounds have in terms of evolution have happened with these characters. Look at Batman. You go from just being just a
Golden
dude
Age
to
Superman, just to see him going around knocking people around, and he picks the dude up by his shirt and carries him above his head. That's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
You ready for some more trivia?
Yeah, let's go for it.
Sure.
Boo, this one has your name all over it.
Uh-oh. I hate when you do that.
What is Naomi's last name?
Oh, I know this.
Oh man.
Campbell.
Tim, what is it?
All this modern stuff. No, I don't know. I really don't. I'll say Stewart. Just throw it out there.
Okay. Tony, what is it?
It is Who Cares?
Her last name is Ackery. No, I'm just kidding.
I wish
Oh man.
That would be funny.
Her last name is McDuffie.
McDuffie.
Really?
Wow. I almost want to say that sounds made up, but it's for a fictional character, so of course it's made up.
Okay, Tim. Who plays the character The Flash on the CW TV show?
Grant Gustin.
Okay, Tony, who plays him?
Grant Gustin.
And Fu, who plays him?
Same.
Okay, yeah, it's Grant Gustin.
Although I wouldn't have known had they not said
Here's
it.
your final question. Your final question. I tried to do a lot of questions about characters that don't, that we don't always talk about on the Fanboys too. And I think this next character definitely qualifies because we don't talk about this character enough, and it's a great character. And is it Tony that's starting first? We haven't started first with Tony on this round, I don't think.
It doesn't matter. Yeah.
What is Hawkgirl's weapon of choice?
Is the mace. Or no, Morningstar.
What is it, Fu?
Yeah, I think it's a mace.
Okay, and Tim?
Girl?
Crossbow.
Yeah, Hawkgirl.
Crossbow.
It is the Thangarian mace.
Mace. I wasn't sure if they were calling it a Morningstar or a mace. Could go either way.
Yeah.
Cool.
That's your trivia.
Good job.
Awesome.
So I've got a few pieces of trivia too, if we've got a few seconds.
Yeah, let's go for it.
Hit us with
we'll
it.
Just see whoever gets it first, because all of this trivia comes from the books that we just read, and some of you guys have already mentioned the answer, so we'll see if you can remember it now.
Okay.
So first off, what was the name of the newspaper that Clark Kent worked for?
Daily Star.
Yep. Daily Star.
That's right. Not the Daily Planet.
Nope.
What was the name of Wonder Woman's island?
Paradise Island.
Yeah, Paradise Island.
Paradise Island, yeah. And what color was Batman's car?
Red.
Red.
Yeah.
And last question. From all three stories that we just read, Name all of the first appearances.
Superman, Lois Lane, Wonder Woman, Steve Trevor, Queen Hippolyta, Mala, Bruce Wayne, Commissioner Gordon, Batman.
Is there possibly a Joker in there? Is that guy following the badass of the Joker?
I thought that too, Tim. Yeah. Lasso just got them all. Yeah. I actually didn't have Mara. I didn't realize. I didn't realize who that was.
It's been so
they used
long.
her a lot more in the Golden Age, and then the character kind of faded away, you know, in the Silver and Bronze. So, but
no reason whatsoever, Dave. Just I have no idea.
Logistics, trying to keep
logistics. Yeah, that's a great way to put it. Logistics. But yeah, I know we got this one big piece of giveaway hanging over, but we're not quite there yet. Who brought a book for the book show? Everybody. Okay, let's start with Mr. Lasso here.
Cool. It's episode 100 of Fanboys Live in the Retro Review, and this is issue number 100 of Showcase.
Nice.
And they didn't feature every character that they had used in Showcase in the previous 100 issues, but they combined a whole bunch of them on this cover. So some great Bronze Age goodness. If you look closely, you'll even see the Teen Titans in there. Lois Lane is on that cover. Of course, we got Green Lantern and the Flash and the Spectre, Hawk and Dove, the Creeper, Aquaman, Adam Strange. I thought it would be a fun way to celebrate the 100th episode with the 100th issue of Showcase.
Very cool. Awesome. Tim, what do you got?
One, I've only picked up one thing recently. This came in the mail. I've been trying to track it down. This is a sort of an original graphic novel, Elseworlds, Batman the Nine Lives. And these are always tougher to find, but didn't realize till I opened it up, this entire book reads sideways.
Oh, wow.
So always a big fan of the Elseworlds and original stories and everything. So happy to track that down.
Very cool. Comic Fu, what do you got?
All right, I got something a little different. I may have shared this before, but I'm going to go into a little more detail. I've got the DC Vault here, which
that's
is a
nice.
really cool book if you're into just the history of DC. And it's not only does it tell the story from Golden Age to current, but there's these little things that they add. It's almost like they call it a museum in a book. And so I thought I would share some of these related to some of the characters we read today. So this is a reproduction Batman mask.
You should have wore that while you read the Batman book.
Right. From 1943, it came out of the Philadelphia Record newspaper to announce the Batman and Robin daily Sunday newspaper strips. So you could actually get this mask, and it actually has the introducing Batman and Robin on the back.
Cool.
Pretty cool. Then there, from 1942, is this reproduction of the Wonder Woman. This was an actual button that you could get. It's a rare button. It was offered in Sensation Comics number 5. I guess you could send away for this. Do you have yours, Lasso?
I have a reproduction of it.
I wonder what, like, if someone had like a real button, you know what I mean, from back then. I wonder how much that would be worth. You know, just out of curiosity.
Button collecting used to be a huge deal.
Then this is kind of neat. From 1942, in All-Star Comics number 14, there was a mail away again where you could get, and this is the first Junior Justice Society of America. You could get this decoder.
Oh wow!
Thing.
That's cool.
It's secret decoder. So very cool. You could actually send away for this. And then finally, we'll get to Superman here. In 1944, there was it was sponsored by clothing stores from 1942 to 1959. These Superman, like little mini magazines, these ash cans. And this particular one is from 1944, and they were called Superman Tim. And this is the reproduction of it. And you can see it's like a little ash can with these Superman stories.
Wow.
Pretty cool, huh?
Yeah.
So there you go.
I've seen that vault in used bookstores and never knew what it was. That's pretty cool.
It's worth picking up just to go through and read. I actually have several of them, and of course, one I haven't opened.
You have several of the big vaults, the big books?
Yeah. I think I've got 3 of them.
Jeez.
2 of them haven't been opened, and then this
Save them
is
for
the
the
one
rest
I
of
opened
us,
up
man.
and I get to play with. In fact, that poster up on my wall of all the Justice Society or Justice League right there, actually came from this vault book, and I framed it.
That's awesome.
That's lucky.
Cool.
There you go.
Yeah, my book show is kind of unique, I guess, to say. I gotta find the right scene here. So it wouldn't be me if I didn't show a signature, right? So here I brought this book with all these signatures on it. That's a lot. That is a lot. And I recently got this book back in the mail from the George Perez Clan McDonald signing, and it is pretty full.
Wow.
So I started this adventure all the way back in 2014, and it is done now. Got it all.
Awesome.
Now, what made you choose that book in particular?
I tried to do my Superman gallery book to get George Perez to sign a specific page, but it needed to be a cover. They won't flip to a specific page. So this is my backup. So either way, still happy with it. So
hey, will you point out George's signature? I know where it's at, but for those that might be watching, point where his is at.
His is right up top here.
Yep.
Right up top. Yep. Right here.
Top right.
Yep. Right where the this guy right there. Right next to Marv Wolfman. It's pretty cool. Yeah, so that's what I like to do. Obviously, the big signature. I got the list going on the back. So this is a piece of history. So
congratulations on that too. From all accounts, it looks like that signing, which was done on January 31st of 2022, is his final signing.
Yep.
The CGC signing has been canceled.
Yep. Last one. They scooped it in under the radar. So very pleased to have it. So yeah, that's my cool little book show. Happy to have it in my collection. And I was pricing it out, just to see how much it would take to get the signatures verified and slabbed with CBCS, looking at like $175.
Wow.
Wow.
Maybe someday, for sure. But this one actually does break the record too for me as the most signatures on one book. So that's
awesome.
Very cool.
Awesome.
But you're going to be giving that away tonight, right?
Here you go.
Yeah, give it away.
Definitely not doing that. No, nothing gets given away out of my collection yet.
I tried.
You tried. Good try. But yeah, let's do it.
Who's feeling lucky?
Who is feeling lucky? This is for $50 to superherostuff.com. If you're not familiar with that site, it's like everything superheroes, hats, shirts, knickknacks, all that good stuff. So whoever wins this, if you have a YouTube channel or an Instagram account, I would love to see what you get. I think it'd be a lot of fun.
Might even be able to buy that vault Dave has.
You might be able to buy a vault. So if you're in the chat and you haven't spoke up now, this is the last time, last giveaway. So chime in now if you're in the chat. Let me know you're here. I'll get your name on the wheel so you can have your shot at $50 gift card to superherostuff.com, which is coincidentally out of Scranton. So they're right next to Dunder Mifflin. So for all you Office fans out there. I would like to A-OK my earlier win to Ryan. So I don't know who that is.
I don't know who that is either.
Okay. Well, thank you, Comics for Thomas. I really appreciate that. So very cool. Okay. I think enough time has passed. Let's get spinning. place your bets, folks. What do you think? I'd say red or black, but there's multiple colors on here. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Cool. Here we go. Who's taking it home? Who's taking it home? Bake again.
Hey, wow.
Bake with a
Bake
double
cleaning
win.
up.
Oh man, Bake. He's the big winner tonight.
Congratulations. Awesome.
Oh, very cool. So yeah, Bake wins the AOK from Flashpoint and the $50 gift card. Comics for Tom Ice is giving his win over to Magic Lasso. And,
No, I'm just gonna send it to him in his next AOK.
Fair enough. And who won the
Jedi
Valzad?
Farce.
Jedi Farce won the big Valzad. So I think I can just open up here. Yeah, here we go. So I'm going to get rid of Bigfoot here. So pretend this one doesn't exist here. So that's the winners. Yeah, minus Mars. I'm sorry. That was just me testing it behind the scenes. So
Nice.
sorry, man. Sorry your name's on the list.
Squatchy always says things are rigged, but he won on our show. He
Yep.
won on our show.
Yeah. So that's
Congratulations
job,
to everyone.
Yeah,
And
for
thank
sure.
you very much for supporting the show.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hats off to all of you, because it wouldn't be a show if it wasn't any fun to interact with the chat.
A lot of people in the chat tonight I see every week, so I
Yeah.
appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks. I wish I could give you all a little something
And
to take
I
home.
love Dave Enrique's new hashtag. I think everyone should start using that more often.
Foo is right.
That's right.
Oh man, does your wife say that? Does she say that you write a lot?
No.
Yeah, me neither.
Well, I thank you guys for including me as the most recent fanboys. You know, a little behind the scenes for those that are wondering how that came to be. I was contacted by this group and they said, we're looking to add some sex appeal to the show, and we're wondering if you could become a regular. And I said, well, I suppose I could. So,
and I do want to point out the
backstory
fact
to that was the three of us got to talk and we wanted to do a little charity. So, you know.
yeah, we felt bad. We felt bad.
We wanted to do charity, and Ryan was fresh off his Special Olympic win on the Comicories, and we're like, there we go.
That's right. He won the Special Olympics. I forgot all about that. I forgot about that. But you know what I didn't forget about is Flashpoint coming back dressed as Sexy Flash, and it's still not happened. Remember, I won the bet, and he's never showed up again.
And remember also, there's a timeline that if he doesn't do it in by next week, then the bet reverts back to you dressing as Harley.
Oh, well, then I'm going to be gone for just as long as he is, so it reverts back.
This is for the fans. For the fans.
I'll just go grab a
the
reverse
fans.
Uno card, out of my pile, and just bring it right back. But someone else has to do it. We got to see Lasso in his one room and one top, one piece.
you can't wear stars below the waist at my age.
Well, then it goes back to food. He has to dress up as sexy Jessica Cruz.
I'll do it.
with
It's
everything.
that's the best thing I've been asked to dress as.
You know what? Of everyone on here so far, I'm the only one that actually has followed through with losing a bet and dressing up as someone. So,
I didn't lose any bet forfeit on.
Special shout out to Uncle Ryan. What's up? What's going on? Shout out to Boise, Idaho, of course. But yeah, that's I'm never gonna do that. So I'm never gonna dress like Harley. And if you guys, I told you, there's only one way to ever make me dress up as sexy Harley. I would do it, but it's gonna cost you guys about $10,000.
Oh, wow.
Put Tim down for 6.
Right.
If you guys somehow raise some kind of GoFundMe for $10,000 to donate to the charity of my choice, I'll do it.
Be careful, Tony. It could happen.
It'll never happen. I have
It
so
could
much
happen.
faith that it will not happen.
This community is amazing.
GoFundMe.fanboys. Like,
It'll never happen. And in fact, I'll double down. I'll even throw in another $2,000, make it even 12. That's how confident I am it will never happen.
But Tony, are you or are you not the guy that had a feed full of Harley Quinn on your Instagram this week?
Yeah. So
didn't you say that was research?
Yeah.
It was research. It was research. But yeah, that's the only way I'll do it. So the offer's out there. If you raise $10K to donate to the charity of my choice, I'll do it.
Okay.
But it'll never happen. So I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. I can tempt fate a little bit.
So let me tell you all what's happening on the Magic Lasso channel. Tomorrow we'll be dropping the back issue of the week, and it's going to be a DC character, one of the ones we talked about tonight even. So that's going to be awesome. It's not going to be an issue we talked about tonight, but it's one of the characters we talked about tonight. Is the back issue of the week. It's a YouTube short. On Tuesday, I will be dropping a video, and pretty much the thumbnail says it all. It says, "What is this?" And it's pointing to a comic book. And I'll tell you guys what the comic book is. You just tell me just a yes or a no if you know by the title what this comic book is. Elson's Presents #2.
Elson's Presents?
Yes. No?
Sounds like a Scooby-Doo.
It isn't, but it's full of DC Comics characters, and you'll find out Tuesday exactly what that comic book is and some other recent back issues I've added to my collection. I had this past week, we had Cover By. It was a Marvel title, Inferno, that was featured. And earlier in the week, last week, on my channel, I had a comic book editions video with another Brazilian foreign edition AOK that I unboxed.
Cool.
So that's what's going on my channel.
I wish I had all these cool friends that lived, in faraway places that would send me cool foreign comics.
I have friends that live like all the way in Pennsylvania.
We don't have any foreign comics. Believe me, I would have bought them all. Yeah, it's almost like living in a whole nother country. People drive like they're from another country.
Oh, man.
Dave knows what I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah.
The closer to New Jersey you get, the worse it gets.
Having grown up in Pennsylvania and then moving to another state, and the number of speeding tickets I got when I first moved, I can tell you, yeah.
I remember when I first moved here, driving the speed limit, everyone was passing me like I was some kind of obstacle. I was like, oh, I guess I'm going fast. But I think that's going to wrap things up for episode 100. So I'm going to shout out. Yeah. I'm going to shout out the chat real quick. We got Warlord, BTC Moon Guy, Ryan.
Speaking of Warlord,
Bake the Snake.
I would like to give a quick reminder. This Thursday on my channel, make sure you check out the next episode of Building a Mystery. Again, we're featuring Warlord Comics, and he is putting together his first mystery boxes. And on this show, what we do is you get to see literally every book that goes in each box. So it's fully transparent. The chat helps vote on what books go into the boxes, if the boxes are good or if they need additional beefing up. And so we are coming to the close of that, but you're going to see the final set of boxes there, including the books that I've sent Warlord. So it's going to be a fun episode, and I would invite you to come join us.
I don't want to take away from your show, but did we talk about when these boxes are going to be available at all?
Not yet. We've got, so we're going to, again, it's going to be this Thursday. We're going through about the rest of them, and we may have yet one other episode after that. And then, and then I guess they'll go on sale.
Definitely.
So it's coming up soon, and you're going to want to watch and pay attention for when the date is announced, because there's only 30 boxes, and I'm telling you, they are really, really hot. The chat's been loving them so far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mars Comics, Jedi Farce, Dave, Enrique, Comics for Thomas, Super Russ, Mike. We got trying to remember who we got here. Of course, we were chatting. Ben Compton, the Elite Russian Bot. Thanks for the support, Russia. Appreciate it. Dan Piercy, of course, the ever talented. Give everyone a sub. Squatch made an appearance. Always happy to have him in our chat. Flashpoint decided to come out and play. I Collect a Lot was here. I think that's the most everybody that popped in the chat. Man, there's just so much people in the chat. It's been on fire tonight. It's been fun trying to keep up with everybody, that's for sure. But if I missed you, I'm sorry, but I definitely appreciate you coming by. If you haven't already, sub everyone up in the chat and the panel for sure. Lots of good content creators here as well.
Next week, I believe we're on Comic Foo's channel for those who want to follow the show. So make sure you're subbed up.
Yes. Yeah. I'm sure we'll be doing something crazy. Double tip of the hat to our winners tonight. I wish I could give everybody something to take home tonight. Just to show major
You've got
appreciation.
a bunch of signed books there behind you.
Yeah, but I thought you were going to go into your back issue Green Lanterns and give them away. That's what I heard. So make sure you hit up Comic Food for your free Green Lantern book. And then while you're there, definitely stop by. Tim's got plenty of action figures for everyone in the chat. That's for sure. He's going to quickly turn into the action figure king as well. But anybody else got anything for the good of the program?
Thanks everyone who even wasn't here tonight, but there's some people that continuously support and watch in the rewind to and comment every week. So even if you weren't here live with us tonight, thank you for all of the support you give us and the fun that we have with you. It wouldn't be the same without you.
Very well said.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. All right, that's going to end things here. And we will remember next week we are on Comic Food's channel. Right at the end, look at that. One Wolf. What's going on, man?
Thank you.
Appreciate everybody in the chat. And until next week, peace out.